The Trump administration has filed a notice of appeal after a federal judge ordered the government to facilitate the return of a Maryland man who was deported in error. The White House admitted it accidentally sent Kilmar Armando Abrego Garcia to a mega jail in El Salvador as part of Trump's mass deportations. The judge ordering Garcia's return to the U.S. no later than Monday, April 7th. Garcia's wife speaking out and urging other families whose loved ones have been taken by ICE to keep fighting. Here's what she had to say after the judge's ruling this afternoon.
I want to say thank you to everyone that has helped us, that has supported us in fighting this, and we will continue fighting for Kilmar, for my husband.
All right, this as ICE temporarily releases a different man so he can resume a kidney donation process in the hopes of saving his brother's life. For more, I want to bring in ABC News immigration reporter Armando Garcia. Now, Armando, let's start with Abrego Garcia, the man deported by mistake. This federal judge ordering his return, but the Trump administration has said previously there's nothing they can do. The DOJ already filing notice of appeal in response to the judge's ruling.
Well, this is a stunning development, Phil. You got to remember, this is somebody who ICE said was accidentally sent to this maximum and notorious prison in El Salvador.
Right off the bat.
They admit that right off the bat due to what they called an administrative error. And over the past few days, you've seen the Trump administration call him a human trafficker, somebody who's involved in the leadership of MS-13. Of course, his lawyers have pushed back on that. But this is very, very significant, Phil, because if we think for a second, if the administration does end up returning him to the United States, that's going to show that they do have the power and the ability to grab someone from this maximum security prison in El Salvador and bring him back to the United States. It's going to have major, major implications for other cases. But as you mentioned, they have already noticed or filed a notice to the court that they plan to appeal. So we're going to have to wait to see how that legal battle shakes out.
So what does that, I mean, in the end, that looks like this man they admitted to sending down there stays down there.
Well, maybe, perhaps, but also, again, the judge only ruled that he could only be returned to the United States, not necessarily released. So if he's going to be returned to the U.S., is he still going to be in detention is the question.
So quickly on the man that ICE temporarily released to donate a kidney to his sick brother. Is that temporary? How will that play out, you think?
It is temporary. And of course, you know, this is a man who came to the United States hoping to be a donor for his brother and a primary caregiver for him. And it's also somebody who's been checking in with ICE over the last few months. Last month, he was arrested on his way to his brother's dialysis appointment. But for today, you know, you saw him get that temporary relief. It's only 1 year that he's allowed to be here. He's going to have to check in with ICE periodically, but for now they're together and it's a race to save his brother's life.
Yeah, and hopefully at the end of the day, that's what will happen there. All right, Armando Garcia. Armando, thank you very much.